Okay, time to delve into tools Wireshark in detail now. Now, Wireshark is a network traffic analyzer tool that you can get it for free at the website www.wireshark.com. It is available on both the PC and the Mac as well as on most of the Linux platform, right? You use it to analyze the packets that goes between the server and the client, and you can also use it to capture packets that go in and out of your machine, right? So that's a very useful tool for you to analyze, to troubleshoot, and also to uh, play around and look at the different network protocol that happens, right? So it's a very useful tool. The packet data is stored in what we call a PCAP file, a packet capture file or PCAP file, right? This PCAP file is available on the server, on the site, for you to download. You can use it to replay some of the things that we have done in this session, and also uh, take a look at the Wireshark tool itself, okay, to play around with it, right? Now let's look at the Wireshark interface. Okay, this is common for most of the platform. Okay, there are some minor changes and so on. So you can see that this is a Mac interface. Okay, so the server will have the Windows version will have a slightly different feel, the look and feel of it. But nonetheless, the options remains the same. Now, the top, let me just go from the top to the bottom. At the title bar, you can see the file name. Okay, this is the file name that we are looking at, right? And at the top left, you see the capturing options. So the start capture, stop capture, restart capture, and the capturing options. These buttons is used to capture packets to and fro your machine itself, right? So it doesn't capture the whole network. You only capture this machine, the ingoing, outgoing. In order to capture the packets for the whole network, you will need a special device that allows you to do network-wise capturing, right? So this you will have to consult your network administrator. Please do not attempt to capture the whole network without the knowledge of without acknowledging your network administrator. You'll be deemed to be conducting a malicious activity because uh, sniffing or the act of capturing packets is called sniffing. So you're sniffing the network itself. Uh, is strictly prohibited if it's unauthorized, right? So we're doing this in a controlled environment. So we are capturing all the data within the network between the client and the server, right? We do this in a lab environment. If you want to do this in the actual network, please seek permission from your administrator, right? Or even if you are the administrator, please make a note, right? Tell your manager, put an entry in the journal that says that I'm going to start capturing, and this capture file is stored where, and then when would the capture file be destroyed. Now, all this are very important security practice because network packet capture is a security breach. Because as you can see over the next few slides, there are a lot of information that you can gather from the network capture, right? And if this file lands on a wrong hand, the very bad people can gather a lot of information about the network just from the file itself, right? So please take note. This is again uh, adversarial thinking for you, right? A node for adversarial thinking. Now, the next group of buttons is file manipulation for you to open a capture file, save the capture file. You can actually do some manipulation of the packet itself, so you can actually save a capture file, right? Close it or reload it. Why do you want to reload it? Because there are some instances where the capture file is being changed on the hard disk, and what Wireshark is only displaying the previous version of it. So you want to reload the latest version of the capture file. Right? This is what the reload is meant for. Right? Then you can also search for certain patterns, certain text within the capture file itself. So you have defined packets, the previous and the next, and going to a specific packet itself. Right? So those are the menu items. There are also a lot of other very interesting things you can do with the file itself, such as getting the statistics, giving you the list of conversation that is running. Those are very good tools to be used within Wireshark for you to analyze network traffic over the network itself. Now, when in the course of you are trying to do a CTF that involve network packet itself, very likely Wireshark will be the tools that you use to discover flags or discover hints from the packet itself. And you will need to use some of these tools, such as statistics, such as conversation, and so on. Right? So this is we're not going to cover that. Those are advanced topic. You can explore. Okay, and if we have chance, we may want to. We will conduct a advanced topic, advanced Wireshark, which will introduce those topics itself. Right? Now, at the main display area of Wireshark is being separated into three planes. And these planes, the top plane is a list of all the captured packets in chronological order, right? You can see that there's the packet number. Okay, the first column is the packet number, and then we have the time. This is relative time, right? So the first packet is always 0, right? And then you can see that the second packet is 0.000156 seconds after it, right? So it's a very, very short amount of time. Then we have the source IP and the destination IP. This display in the what we call the IPv4 format. IPv4 format in the dotted formation, right? And then the next column is the protocol column. So Wireshark has identified the protocol for us, DNS. Later we will see how Wireshark identified it. There is a way that Wireshark identified it. And then it tells us the length. This is the length of the packet itself. The length is like 79 bytes. And then the information, this is a human readable summary of what this packet is doing. Right? It's kind of like a summary. Right? It encapsulates whatever the data is. Then on the right hand side, you'll see the packets in itself. Right? This is what we call the raw packet as seen on the network. Right? So you ignore this part that is texture. This whole thing is in hexadecimal. So you can see there are 79 bytes, and this is exactly what is seen on the network itself, right? The bits and bytes. Right? Then on the left-hand side, you see the packet details, and it clearly tells you exactly, like for example, this packet has arrived on the stream at what time, right? So over here we have the relative time, but over here you can see the absolute time of the packet itself. So the absolute time is March 11, 2024 at 18:01:06 hours in the +8 time zone. Right, so this is the arrival time. This is the actual location that is being captured. I captured this in Singapore, so it's +8. If you capture this in somewhere else, you will have another value for the time zone. And then we have the absolute time, the UTC time. Okay, so it's 8 hours before, yeah, 8 hours before. And then we have the epoch arrival time. This is the number of seconds after certain absolute point of time. Right, you can search the internet for what is the epoch time. Right. We're going to go through the packet itself in a subsequent, so I'm not going to go through it now. Okay. So over at the bottom, at the footer level, you can also see the name of the name of the file, and also the number of packets that is in this file. Right? So in total, this file only has 61 packets. Okay. So let's look at packet number 1. So packet number 1 is the moment I type in www.microsoft.com on the browser and I press enter. The moment I press enter, the browser, behind the browser, you will ask itself, where is Microsoft.com, right? So it says, okay, I don't know, okay, I don't have it in memory, so I need to check my phone book, right? So the phone book is at where? The phone book is at this address, 101.64.128.10, right? Now, for those of you who know, this is a public IP address. It is out in the internet, right? It's out in the internet, right? Myself, okay, the browser sits on this address, 192.168.1.101, and this is what we call a private IP address, right? So take note, this is a private IP address, this is a public IP address. How you identify them is beyond the course, is beyond this short session, right? I probably can talk another half an hour just on this alone itself, right? So do feel free to search the internet on what is meant by private IP address and also public IP address, and you will find out how do we differentiate them, right?